can you guys hear my dad? He's on the phone with my sister. And can you guys hear my brother, Dakota, and his squeaky chair? Or, I guess you can't hear him because he's being quiet, but his chair's not being so quiet because it's a squeaky computer chair. Okay, this guy is going down here. Oof, got the table. Ugh, sorry, pillow, I just hurt you. Sorry, table, I just hurt you. But okay. Yeah, so this is just a good time for me to film right now. Is it ever really a good time to film right now? Or right now? Like, ever, period. There's always stuff that comes up. You're interrupted. There's noise in the background. There's things going on. And this is just what we got going. Like, every time. So, anyway. I'm in the sweats. I got my laptop. And it is time for that Sunday school review. I guess that's a new name. Take a college class with me. So we're going to go over this past week, which was week 10. Thank hell. Holy hell. This has taken forever, but the home stretch is coming. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I just gotta tell myself that. I gotta stay positive and keep calm and school on. Like, can my life just start already? I don't want to be a student anymore, but I got to be a student if I wants to be a teacher. English. I'm gonna be the best teacher because I'm so good with the English, and that's my mind. So, obviously, that's why I am taking this English class. Okay, so week 10, we got research outline, we got claims and reasons quiz, we got thesis, we got research sources, we got finding, and that title of the document is too long. Okay, gotta open it up to find out. Finding and evaluating sources quiz. So each quiz was just a few questions long. I know that one was even one simple, easy question, and it was basically the definition of something. I think it was plagiarism. And reading assignments, as far as that goes, it was more optional and not mandatory. It was just on your own time if you wanted. More that kind of thing. And I feel like I'm gonna have to scratch everything that happened this week, because I haven't read the full novel yet. I've started it, and it is available online. I finally was able to find it online, which is the book, The Magnificent Ambersons. I always want to call them Andersons or Albertsons, but the name of this family, their last name is Ambersons. By Booth Tarkington, I think. Hopefully you guys can see me, not that there's much to see. But, anyway, I did order the book online on like thriftbooks.com, I think it was. And that's going to come for sure by the 8th, supposedly. And today's Sunday. It is June 28th. So, isn't that 2 weeks away? Well, technically a week and a half, but still, week 14 is coming up. Week 11 starts tomorrow. And week 14 is when everything's due. I believe it's actually week 13, and I need to check again. I keep telling myself, gotta check to see when the official due date is for that 200 pointer assignment. 200 pointer. And I still can't talk, and I'm almost 23. But okay. That's very weird to say. I don't like the sound of that. But okay, so basically my teacher is not really happy with me. I emailed her, and she tried to help me out, but she's just so confusing, and I feel even more confused. I'm being very overly dramatic right now, but basically she is telling me that I need a stronger thesis, I need a stronger statement, a stronger question, a stronger everything, a stronger paper and outline and just analysis. And anyway, I'll just say what I have so far. This will be tweaked and turned around and transformed like a beautiful caterpillar to a beautiful butterfly. You know, and it's raining outside and it's beautiful. Anyway, it's really gonna change. And I struggle with analysis, and I told my teacher in the email, I was like, I seem to really struggle in this class being more opinionated and open-ended versus more factual and sticking to the text, you know? I need to be more specific, and I told her that, and whatever. But anyway, so research question for now regarding the book. How is love and romance affected by wealth and a lack of wealth? and it's so broad and it's not narrow enough, I know, but I really struggle with this. And this, I feel like this series is more of a fail than not. It leans on the side of an epic fail and total, complete, utter failure. Because sometimes I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. But I guess this just goes to show I'm not an A+ student. I'm not the best student. But I just thought it might be fun or interesting, even just for myself, maybe not to you guys, but just to record, to document this class and my experience and how I react as a student, I guess. I don't know. And I wouldn't do this if I were taking more than one class, which was the original plan to this spring semester. I'm glad I'm only taking one. The other one would be a burden, would be just too much on my shoulders, just a big weight on my back if I were to take another class, because I got this full-time job that has me up at 3:30 a.m. 5 days a week. But anyway, research question, how is love and romance affected by wealth and a lack of wealth? Background question, how does wealth or lack of wealth affect a person's well-being and health and interactions with others? Then 2 points that feed off of that. How does the person feel about themselves and their wealth and lack of wealth? Then how does the person feel about others and their wealth and lack of wealth? Lines of argument, reasons my answer is valid. So, do the people have the same values and beliefs despite their differences in financial standing? Then the 2 points A and B, does the couple have the same values about life, about money, education, and religion? And then, do we agree on how to spend our free time and free money? Does a person's wealth, this is point 2. I just shared like point 2, but that was question 1 with 2 questions, and now here's question 2 with 2 individual questions. So does a person's wealth and status really affect how we feel about them and whether we can love or marry them or not? Then A and B, is it rare to develop feelings and marry someone, or is it rare to develop, my dad's laugh is so good. Is it rare to develop feelings for and marry someone in a lower class than us, ourselves? And what are the outcomes of marrying someone who does not have our same status or standing in wealth or lack of wealth? Now, opposing views. What objections might the person have to marrying the person they love who has a different financial standing than them? And what objectives might the people's family and friends have to marrying this person? Now, A and B, why are these objectives valid? And then why are these objectives invalid? Now, the conclusion is successful and reciprocated love possible if people look past the financial status of a person. So, as you can see, or hear, I guess, I'm kind of sort of struggling with a solid, specific, standard, factual, not so opinionated, and me and my style of writing, so sad, problem. I don't know. I got good feedback from my peer reviewers, my fellow 2 student friends, I guess, and they both think I did a pretty solid, decent job on the outline, on my rough draft, and my teacher did not have such kind remarks, I guess, but I don't know, I just don't know. And then this is about claims and reasons, just a quiz, just 2 simple paragraphs. So above all, your introduction should include your claim. This is the purpose of the paper, that is, to state and support your claim. You want to be sure that the claim is debatable, that it is thought-provoking, and does not have too obvious of an answer. Then in your introduction, you will want to briefly summarize what the rest of your paper will be like. This is where the reasons come in. The reasons are your positions that you are taking on your chosen topic. This way you will have explanations of evidence. Evidence comes later in the paper after the introduction. Paragraph 2, you can make your claim significant by doing a number of things. You want and need your claim to be backed up with reasons and evidence followed by acknowledgments and warrants. Your major claim is the roof, and it needs strong pillars or reasons. Your claim also needs to be debatable and without a too obvious answer. Also, you will need to be sure that your claim is specific enough and not too broad. If a claim is too specific, there won't be enough to back it up. If it is the opposite, too broad, then there won't be a definitive answer. These are all very important things to realize and recognize in the process of writing, and things that I have yet to learn and understand and comprehend. I'm working on it, and I'm getting there slowly but surely. I don't know. And then week 10 thesis. So I talked to my mom and dad about this, and they helped me. They were trying to aid me in my confusion. I was really stressed out. Anyway, so my mom thinks maybe I could talk about, I'd rather be more middle class and resourceful than wealthy and entitled. And then my dad said money and success does not always go hand in hand. And I was talking to my parents, and I was like, okay, no matter what I say, no matter how long I spend on this, no matter how good or bad it is, I'm just going to have to be pained in what she says and what she tells me and how she feels. So I'll just prepare for the pain. So something else that I thought of, one's attitude is more determinative of one's happiness and success than any amount of money. Or I lied, that was my dad's thing. So I'll put dad in parentheses. So he helped me with that. And my teacher, and I just copy pasted this little part of her email in a Word document. Anyway, instead of always, she said always, no S. Instead of strong, she said Stong with no R, and then Georgers instead of the name Georges, or George, whatever. So, she can't make fun of me if she can't spell herself, you know, but no. So she just said, maybe talk about this a little bit, the idea that wealth and status are always, competing factors in Georges, evolving relationship with Lucy creates a strong foundation for examining moments in the text when these tensions are at play. So that was her email. So I don't know how much help that was, but I think I can just more involve the characters of the book, specifically George. That's who I'm trying to talk about and surround my paper with. And again, I'm phrasing things really weird. Why do I say the things I say, and why do they not make sense? But okay. And then this was a mini quiz about research sources and paraphrasing and plagiarism. So the question, when is a paraphrase still plagiarism? A paraphrase is still plagiarism if you, the writer or paraphraser, I don't know if that's a thing, are saying something too close to the text or source without using quotations. Another example of a paraphrase still being plagiarism is when you do not use the full name of the source or person. So basically, even if you paraphrase, you want to include, maybe in that sentence or definitely in that paragraph, the person, the text. You want to prove that the thought essentially came from somewhere else, from someone else's mind or mouth, you know. So we're basically halfway done with this. Went over this and that and this and that. And what else am I up against? That document right there, as well as this one I'm about to open and review. Yeah, those are just my thoughts regarding my fellow peers' outlines. Okay, last thing. And then I guess I can go over this thing, my terrible ADHD or ADD handwriting. I have to learn how to speak, but I also have to transfer, or want to transfer, that piece of paper, those thoughts, those notes I took from a video, off of a video, because of the video, words, just transfer it to my computer, save it with my school stuff. But anyway, yeah, this document actually isn't very interesting. It's just finding and evaluating sources, and it was just a quiz saying, yo bro, you have to find 4 sources: Google Scholar, ProQuest, JSTOR, I guess, and then the McKay School Library, or School McKay Library. And my dad helped me with that, and we just found 4 sources that I may or may not use, that I may or may not change my mind about, and still I'm not talking. This is an English class. I need to go to a preschool English class, if they have those, and just relearn. Let's just start over, start from scratch, how to speak. But okay, so I'll do this sometime when I'm in a better mood and not feeling so blah like I've been feeling the past few days. I'll just wait on this until I'm feeling more myself again. So this is notes from the 25th, and then this is notes from the 27th, just regarding these short video clips on basically how to create a solid thesis and just helping us out that way. So 5 parts of an argument: claim, reasons, evidence, acknowledgments, and warrants. And then you can think of the ancient Greek buildings, like how they stand the test of time, and the major claim, the paper's thesis, that is the roof. And then you have the pillars, which act as the reasons, and there's usually like 4 of them, give or take, more or less. That's the example anyway. And you want the evidence to be the foundation, and that's kind of how you reframe. It's important to know that the claim is the position on or about the specific topic, and then it needs to be debatable. The purpose for your paper is to be debatable. You have to be careful of your attitude, and it's different opinions as well. So the claims, they need to relate, and the reasons, they're also claims technically. It's kind of like the Mormons are Christians, but not all Christians are Mormon, or a square is a rectangle is not a square, or basically a reason is a claim, but a claim isn't a reason, you know, that kind of thing. So you need to state why the claim is true. You need to focus on your positions you're taking about a topic. You need to section off the thesis statements in a paragraph, and then you need to know explanations of evidence. So the purpose is to research. That's what a research paper is, obviously. I wrote on the side too. Evidence, so what is the best evidence to support this claim? Define theory, provide expert opinion, or define theory and concepts established to support your conclusions. And these notes are terrible, can't even read this. Criteria for analysis, provide facts and illustrations that support your claims. So comparison, problem needs, exists. Do I want to transfer all this? Something else? Anyway, so what does your audience need to know or accept? So from broad to specific and narrow claim, we can see changing American culture and values in Western films. This is an example from the clip. So films reflect social values and beliefs. That's maybe not so obvious to everybody, but more obvious than not, and it's very blunt and broad. Then you get more specific as you go in your reasons and claims. So Westerns, they reflect American values more than any other genre, more opinion. Then you can explain why that's a good opinion, you know. Try to like convert your audience, your readers, to your opinion. Westerns, since 9/11, illustrate different values and beliefs than before this date. And then, thankfully, this has less notes, and it's more legible. Find the evidence you need, so researching the sources, clear thesis, working thesis, and then thesis statements. Research is necessary. Get excited about disagreeing, supporting your claims, reasons, evidence, storytelling, self-consciousness. I can never say that word or anything close to it. So only you can reveal. That's storytelling, and you want to include a little bit of that in your paper. You have to be careful how you go about that, though. You don't want to... there's a specific way to go about it. Like, you don't want to use the word I or me, those words. You want to tell the story without really telling the story, telling your personal story. You can offer examples, but you just have to be careful about it. And then also do be careful. You want to be present even when you're quoting, even when you are using sources. So, important to remember these 5 things: define terms, establish criteria, provide authoritative opinions that confirm your claims to prove a problem exists, provide examples that illustrate your claims. So, kind of sort of repetitive, and don't know if any of that made any sense, or if that was all Greek to you. Like their Greek example. And I'm just seeing where I'm at. Oh, only 19 minutes. I'm pretty proud of myself. And weird, I didn't wear socks in this. Thankfully, my nails aren't disgusting and they're painted. Not that my nails would be disgusting, but I think that my toes, or hopefully they're not disgusting, but just, if my toes aren't painted, I don't have cute feet. I don't know if feet can be cute, but it's like, and I'm not going to show you my feet because that's weird, but anyway, if I were to explain, whatever those 2 toes by the big toe, whatever those are, They're kind of like alien antennas because they're longer, they're like taller than my big toe, so I don't think they're cute, but they're apparently like toes of the royal people, I guess. But anyway, so I will end this here, and I will get going, and I'm gonna procrastinate on homework, but I'm really proud of myself because I have not, guys, N-O-T, N to the O to the T. I have not had one day or one night where I was up late, procrastinating, doing things last minute, down to the wire, where I was turning things in right when I was due, like 11:50, 11:59, bam, it was hit submit, and I'm finally gonna go to bed. It hasn't been like that. I've been done by 8 p.m. and it's been a solid schedule. It's been a harder semester. I felt on fire. I felt so good about it. Just confident in the class at first, and then maybe the past week or two, I feel like I've really lost my momentum, and my motivation has really lacked. So, hasn't been too fun, and has been more on the stressful side of things. But it's also my perspective and my mood and where I'm at emotionally and mentally. So, I need to be more aware of my feelings and in tune with my feelings. Just trying to work on me right now, and that's a different rant, and it shouldn't be a rant because I need to be positive and I don't want to dwell on the negative. And that's not fair to you guys. So, I'm gonna get going. Okay. And we're at 21 minutes, I bet. Okay, it's time for me to go. Maybe I'll wait till it gets to 22 minutes. Because I'm 22 and that'd be kind of cool. Excuse me. You think we're at 22 now? I mean, I know that you know where we're at. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Oh, okay. Is that 22? Yeah, the time actually goes by really fast. But okay, pray for me, wish me luck. I will need it. The prayers, the luck, the help, the aid, the positivity, the motivation, I'm gonna start crying, but I'm just kidding. And to end, I'm just gonna say an awkward goodbye.